Very first quick impression video based on the Nikon ZR, especially shooting with the Nikon Z8 from a year and a half. The Nikon ZR, is it for you? Or, you're not sure if you want it or not. For the price, I don't see why you shouldn't grab this. Now, this video is gonna be based on a Nikon Z8 shooter. Now, I do have the Nikon ZR right here. This is a little bit more of a different style rig that I came up with. I just didn't want to spend another $100 on another camera cage. Instead, I came out with this guy, half cage right here, top handle, cheese plate that goes into the cold chew. We have a 15 mil rod here, so I have an actual kind of a better grip here. And we can swivel out the nice big screen, which I want to talk about as well. And then of course we have our nice tripod plate. Now, right now I got the 35 f1.4 on this camera. It's such a beast of a lens for under $1,000. Highly recommend it. I want to talk about the camera and if it's for you, if it's not, and things that I like about the Nikon ZR and things that I changed about this camera. So first things first is when you pick up a camera, best thing is to pick up a camera cage. Now, like I said, I didn't want to spend another $100 on a camera cage, but I did want something for some type of handle because without this, the grip on the Nikon ZR is not the greatest. I feel like there is no grip there at all. Just feels like a little bit of a pocket camera. This 15 mil rod just adds a little bit more of like a handle to it. And then of course I added my Alibaba camera top handle thingy here, which I absolutely love. I think I paid like 30 bucks for this. And I got this from Nigel Barros. Awesome content. Put a link of his channel in the description below. He's the one who told me where to buy this handle. So thanks for actually, telling me where you purchased this, because some people just try to gatekeep certain things. But yeah. So one thing I love about this camera is that we have a nice, huge flip out screen. The downfall to this, because we're going to talk about LCD screens or monitors, is that we have a micro HDMI. Don't like it at all. By all means, like when you're filming something, this screen is pretty big. It almost reminds me of the Blackmagic Pocket screen. We have a little button on the top here for turning the camera on and off. I actually like this a little bit better than just like a little switch. This is just like you touch it, turns on pretty fast, and we're ready to go. On the top here, we have our switches from turning it to video to photo. I like seeing these physical switches, especially, it's orange or not. It tells you like a clear indication of what mode you're in. On the top here, we have 3 custom buttons. Number 1, I have set to my ISO, as you can tell right there. The other one I have set to white balance, and the other one I have set to display to kind of get rid of all the display so we can have a clean feed. Now, as you can tell from the camera, look how big that screen is. It's like massive. That's one thing I think people are gonna go towards this camera, and then also shooting in the red RAW codec, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna demonstrate as well on choosing the correct way of doing a Rec 709, and you don't even have to add a LUT. You can just simply do it in the RAW tab. Now, there's a whole bunch of other ways of doing this, but I feel like getting that actual Rec 709 from Red this is gonna be the correct way. Because if you open up these Red RAW files in the Red launcher, I think it's called, it automatically adds a Rec 709, and we can actually grab that as a LUT, export it, and bring it into DaVinci, and we're gonna get a very similar image as if using this Rec 709 LUT or doing it into the RAW tab. Now, I haven't really tested out the low light performance on this camera while I'm shooting this video. I don't know when this video will go live, maybe in a week or 2. I'm just gonna try and get a little bit more comfortable with this and see what kind of image or cleaner image we can get out of it. But I know I did a couple tests, but I did format my memory card, and it was super clean in 6K Red RAW. I didn't see any noise at all. The image was super sharp, super clean. I'm very happy with the ISO at 6400. Which brings me to my next point. When we turn the camera on and we go into our ISOs, you can see it has a low and a high setting, which automatically, when we go into the high settings, it brings us to like the dual or second ISO, which is gonna be starting at 6400. On the Nikon Z8, it started at, I believe, ISO 4000. I think jumping from the ISO 4000 to an ISO 6400 is probably a really good move that Nikon did. because 4,000 I found was good enough, although I did have to bump it a little bit more. So giving us that extra ISO of 6400, it'll probably be best for most indoor type of style shooting, or shooting if you're in like a very bad lit situation. Now, one other thing that I don't like about the camera is that when we turn the screen over, we aren't able to press our custom functions and access them. We have to flip our screen over and then be able to access those buttons. It's kind of stupid that we can't access it like this, because like if we're shooting ourselves like this or something and you want to quickly change your settings, I mean, mind you, we do have our settings on the bottom here, but you know, that's why those custom buttons are there, just for fast-paced shooting. Now, one thing that I absolutely love about this camera is that, you know, if you are doing it for YouTube or shooting content for yourself and you are in vlog mode like this, we have a nice record button right here on the bottom. And of course, when we do record, we do have a nice tally light on the top here as well for a clear indication that we're recording. Also, the screen is gonna be lit up red as well. Other thing that I don't really like about the camera is the little notch underneath here. Is like when we're flipping and we wanna flip this over and go like this, versus when we're filming. Down here, we have a little bit more of an indent to put our finger in, flip the screen out, and then flip. If we're like this and we wanna flip this, it's kind of hard to grab that screen and flip it. A little frustrating. I don't want to sit here and complain. There's small little things that I feel like could have been a little bit better on the camera. But hey, there is no perfect camera. There is no camera that is great and doesn't exist. I'm not saying this camera is going to be for everybody. It is a great camera. I absolutely love it. Quality is great. Now, I've only tried out shooting on the red codec. I haven't tried any other codec. Mind you, shooting in 4K, I think 4K is the only option if you want to go into DX mode. Otherwise, you're going to have full 6K in Red RAW, and I think you can also do a bunch of other compressions as well. I just don't really want to break down this cage because it's a little harder to put together versus the actual full cage you can pick up with small rig. But I feel like this is a nice little rig that I had laying around, and I just quickly put these pieces together. Now, one thing I do wish is that we can add like a little bit of a grip right here just to grab it, but you know, grabbing the 15 mil rod also feels great as well, and especially when you're like going in handheld shooting. And also that's where your memory card is going to go in. So if you are running a cage and the battery door is being stuck, which I don't think any other cage would do this except for the one that I just came up with, just make sure you got room for that battery door. I might, during this video, have some footage overlapped with shooting on the Laowa Proteus, shooting some anamorphic stuff on this camera. Now, we do have the PL adapter right there. Also, my friends at Laowa, which that was a Laowa Proteus, this is the Laowa Argus. I'm currently waiting for the full frame. This is the Super 35. So I'm gonna do some test shots with this, shooting in 4K, 4K crop as well. Well, it's only gonna be crop if we're shooting in red. Now, I don't know if we can shoot in 4K full frame in all the other compression ratios, but maybe another video, do another update video based on all this stuff. But I really do wish we can get a nice anamorphic update on the Nikon ZR, which I also hope Nikon can come out with an app for us filmmakers to use our phones as a monitor. I think that would be amazing. I think it's time to do that because, you know, Nikon Z8 has been out for a while, Z6 III has been out for a while, and I feel like I don't know if it's super hard to make, but I feel like it's something that someone out there should start making, because I know there's a Monitor Plus app that someone made that's very good, which I was using when I had an FX3, and it was one of the best camera apps that I bought for a camera. But yeah, Laowa Proteus, I'm pumped to put this on the ZR as well. I feel like I'm just ranting here, but you know, I am pumped because I want to put this camera to the test. I've seen so many videos out there, and I just feel like for the price, you can't go wrong. This packs a lot of cool features, great quality. You know, even if you're starting out and you want something that does photo and video. Now, I'm not too familiar with the photos on this camera as well. You know, we don't have a viewfinder. 1 terabyte CF card will give you roughly, I think it was like an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and a half of 6K Red RAW footage. 1 terabyte. Let that sink in. We'll see you guys on the next video.